Final account of partnership. Annual account, final account, financial statement, one and the same thing. The accounts which are prepared at the end of the year. So basically, how many accounts are prepared? The first is trading account, same as you are preparing in your 11th standard. Then profit and loss account. This is newly added in your 12th. Profit and loss appropriation account. Partners capital or current account and balance sheet. And effect of adjustment will be given. Adjustment are those transactions which have not been recorded in the books of account at the time of preparing trial balance. So after preparing trial balance and before preparing final account, you have to give effect of adjustment. Now, trading account. So in trading account, basically on debit side, opening stock, purchase return, expenses related to purchase like wages, carriage inward, railway freight, octroi, import duty, transportation, cartage, port charges, demurrage, wharfage. Now demurrage means the late fee or charges charged by railway, airport or port authority for taking late delivery of the goods. Suppose we have imported goods from foreign country, they must have arrived on any port, and on due date we are supposed to take the delivery, but we are taking delivery by late time. So for that extra period they will keep our goods, and for that they will charge penalty. That is called demurrage. It may be charged by railway, port authority. Then wharfage. Whenever we have goods, we have purchased goods from outstation, and the person from whom we have purchased goods has sent the goods through railway or aeroplane, then at the time he has to pay certain freight. For example, I have ordered goods from Mumbai and the railway freight was supposed to be 1000. So the person who has sent the goods has paid 800 rupees. So the difference amount of 200 I will have to pay before taking delivery of the goods. That is called wharfage. Then expenses related to production, manufacturing expense. Expenses incurred in factory, in manufacturing house. Production wages, royalty, factory expense, rent of factory, taxes of factory, electricity consumption, fuel, coal, gas, power, then consumable stores, oil, grease, depreciation of factory building. In some cases, plant and machinery depreciation will be debited to trading account. Then on the credit side, sales minus sales return, then sale of scrap, closing stock, the goods at the end of the year. Now, to close trading account, we will do the total of both the sides. If credit side will be higher, then difference will appear on debit side, and the difference is known as gross profit, which will be transferred to profit and loss account. And if debit side total is higher, the difference will be appearing on credit side, which is gross loss. If gross profit is there, it will be transferred on the credit side of profit and loss account. Now, profit and loss account. On profit and loss account debit side, all the expense which are not covered in trading account, administrative expense like salary, allowance, bonus of staff, rent of the office, insurance premium, taxes, postage, printing, stationery, legal charge, audit fees means fees payable to chartered accountant, auditor, electricity expense, power expense or power consumption will be debited to trading account, but electricity expense will be debited to office P&L account because it is office expense. Then contribution to provident fund. Provident fund is basically fund created for employees retirement benefit. Whenever any employee is working in our company, our business organization, certain amount will be deducted from his salary every month, and it will be kept in the separate account which is known as provident fund. So same amount or more amount or less amount will be also contributed by business entity towards this fund. So that is expense for us. It will be debited to contribution to provident fund. And provident fund is a liability. It is the amount which will be payable to an employee at the time of retirement. So it will appear on liability side. Then selling and distribution expense or marketing expense. So carriage outward, the carriage you are paying at the time of delivering the goods, carriage on sales. Then salesman salary, salesman commission, advertisement expense, promotional expense, publicity, discount allowed, discount given, discount reserved on debtors, then expense of showroom, expense of go down, packing expense, packing material expense, packing charges, delivery one expense, all these are debited to profit and loss account. Then financial expense, if we have borrowed any loan, we have taken any overdraft, then interest paid on it, interest on partner's loan, interest on bank overdraft, interest on loan borrowed, bank charges, bank commission, managerial commission, all will be debited to profit and loss account. Then any other expense like donation, charity, depreciation on asset, bad debts, there will be separate adjustment for bad debts which I will explain in detail at the time of explaining adjustment. Then any loss due to fire, loss due to theft, loss on sale of asset, any type of loss. Then any provision for expense like provision for taxation, provision for depreciation will be debited to profit and loss account. Then on credit side, all income will be credited. Discount received, discount earned, rent received, commission received, brokerage received, consignment commission, that is dealership or agency commission received. If we have made investment in shares or debenture of any company, then we must have received dividend, interest, it will be credited. Then interest on loan given. If we have given loan to someone, it is our asset and that person will pay interest to us. So that interest will be income for us. Then bad debt recovered or bad debt returned. The amount which was written off as bad debts in the past, now that person is returning back the money which we were supposed to receive earlier. Then profit on sale of assets, sale of old newspaper, income from scrap, sundry income, miscellaneous income. All this will be credited to profit and loss account. And by closing profit and loss account, if credit side total will be higher, the difference will appear on debit side. It will be known as net profit, which will be transferred to credit side of profit and loss appropriation account. Now, profit and loss appropriation account will contain all adjustment effect related to partners. On credit side, there will be net profit which will be transferred from profit and loss account. And on debit side, if there is loss, it will be transferred to debit side of P&L appropriation account. Then interest on capital, its one effect will be given to debit side of P&L appropriation account, because interest on partner's capital is expense for firm and income for partner. Then interest on credit balance of current account, salary, bonus, commission, remuneration payable to partner, any amount transferred to reserve. So all will be debited to profit and loss appropriation account. Then whenever any partner has withdrawn money from business, so interest on drawing will be credited to P&L appropriation account. Then if there is debit balance of current account, that interest will be charged from the partner. So it is expense for partner and income for the firm. Then by closing P&L appropriation account, if debit side is higher than credit side, it will be divisible loss, which will be distributed among partners in their profit and loss sharing ratio. And if difference will appear on debit side because of credit side total is higher, it is known as divisible profit, which will be transferred to partners capital or current account in their old profit sharing ratio. Then partners capital account, if fixed capital account method is followed, then capital account, current account both are maintained. So in capital account, credit balance, credit side opening balance, then additional capital brought in, on debit side additional capital withdrawn, and closing balance. And all other effect related to partners adjustment will be given through current account. Like opening balance of current account may be debit or may be credit. Then interest on capital, interest on balance of current account, salary, bonus, commission, remuneration, divisible profit. All these which we debited to P&L appropriation account will be transferred on the credit side of partners current or capital account. Same way, drawings, interest on drawing, interest on debit balance of current account, divisible loss, all will be debited to partners current or capital account. And by closing it, we will transfer the balance in the balance sheet. If it is credit balance, then it will be transferred on liability side. If it will be debit balance, it will be transferred to asset side. Then balance sheet. On liability side, fixed capital of partner, then balance of current account of partner, then any reserve, general reserve, capital reserve, reserve fund, then non-current liability, that is long-term liability. તમારે અત્યારે આવું હેડિંગ યાદ નથી રાખવાનું. જ્યારે ફાઇનલ અકાઉન્ટ ઓફ કંપની આવશે એટ ધેટ ટાઈમ આપણે યાદ રાખીશું. એટ ધેટ ટાઈમ વી વિલ remember, because in company final account you have to follow a fixed format, but right now you don't have to follow it. So current, non-current and a current liability. Non-current liability means a liability which are extended over a period of 1 year. So loan from bank, loan from financial institution, loan from friends, partners loan. Then current liability, bank overdraft, sundry creditors, bills payable, outstanding expense, income received in advance, taxation provision, provident fund, outstanding interest. So any outstanding expense, income received in advance, all will be shown on the liability side of the balance sheet. On asset side, non-current asset or fixed asset, tangible assets, the assets which are having physical existence, the assets which we can see, touch, feel. Long-term asset, fixed asset, land, building, leasehold property, vehicle, machinery, furniture, fittings. Then intangible asset, patent, copyright, goodwill, trademark. Then investment, investment made outside the business. If we have invested in shares or debenture of other company, we have purchased government security, we have made investment of provident fund. So any type of investment made outside the business will appear on the asset side. Then other non-current asset like deferred revenue expense, advertisement suspense account, preliminary expense, startup expense, pre-incorporation business expense. Then current asset, these are such assets the value of which will change very often, like closing stock, sundry debtors, cash balance, bank balance, savings account balance, current account balance, fixed deposit, all will appear here. Then income due, or you can say outstanding income, accrued income, income which is due but not received. Then loan given, bills receivable, prepaid expense, all will appear on the asset side. If any partner's current account will show debit balance, it will appear on asset side of balance sheet. So these are the format. Now, main part, adjustment. Or additional information. these are such transactions which have not been recorded at the time of preparing trial balance. But before preparing final account, we have to give effect of adjustment. Each and every adjustment will have at least two effects. At least. Some adjustment will have 3 effects, some adjustment will have 4 effects, 6 effects, depend. But there will be at least 2 effects. One debit, other is credit. Now, I am showing you a simple mechanism through which you can easily remember the effect of adjustment. This is debit side. This is credit side in trading or profit and loss account. Then in balance sheet, this is asset side and this is liability side. We are not showing as debit and credit, but for our understanding, liability will have always credit balance and asset will have always debit balance. So any adjustment which we will add on the debit side of trading account, any adjustment which will have effect as addition on trading account debit side or P&L account debit side, its second effect will be on the same side. So one effect debit, other effect credit. Like outstanding salary, so it will be added to the salary account on the debit side of profit and loss account. The second effect will be on the liability side. So whatever effect we are giving on the debit side of P&L account in form of addition, the same will appear on liability side of balance sheet. Same way, if we will add on credit side of trading or P&L, second effect will be on the asset side. If we will subtract, then second effect will be on the asset side, cross. If we will subtract on credit side, second effect will be on the liability side. This mechanism, if you understand, then adjustment will be very easy. Now closing stock. For closing stock, cost or market value. Whichever is less to be taken. Suppose cost price of stock is 10,000 and market price is 8,000. Then least amount 8,000, whichever is less should be taken. Now closing stock will have two effects. One on credit side of trading account and second balance sheet asset side. If closing stock is given in trial balance instead of adjustment, then it will have only one effect, that is on asset side of balance sheet. in certain sums, you will be provided closing stock in trial balance, where you don't have to prepare trading account because trading account has already been prepared. You have to start the sum with profit and loss account. At that time, they must have given effect of closing stock. Then closing stock will have only one effect, that is on the asset side of balance sheet. In adjustment, if it is given that closing stock is of 1 lakh rupees, its market value is 20% higher, then which value we will take?
1 lakh.
Market value કેટલી થાય?
શું સર?
In adjustment, if it is said that closing stock is valued at 1 lakh, its market value is 20% higher.
1,20,000.
So cost price is 1 lakh, market price is 1,20,000. So which value we will take?
1,20,000.
માર્કેટ વેલ્યુ.
1 lakh. Cost price or market price, whichever is less. જે ઓછી હોય એ લેવાનું. Market price ઓછી હોય તો market price લેવાનું. Cost price ઓછી હોય તો cost price, whichever is less. Okay? Now, સમજો. The value of closing stock is 1 lakh, which is 120% of market value. I am repeating. Value of closing stock is 1,20,000, which is 120% of market price. ના ખબર પડી? Suppose market value 100 હોય તો cost price કેટલી થાય? 120. Cost price is 120% of market value. So if cost price is 1,20,000, then what will be market value? 1 lakh. તો આપણે શું લઈશું? 1 lakh.
1 lakh.
It is not important whether we are taking market value or cost price. We are taking the least number. બરાબર? So એવું કીધું હોય કે market value of the stock is 1 lakh, which is 80% of the cost price. તો શું કરવાનું એમાં? Market value is 1 lakh, which is 80% of the cost price. Let's suppose cost price is 100, then market price will be 80.
Market value 0.
So if market value is 1 lakh, then what will be cost price? 1,25,000. So here we will take 1 lakh, whichever is less. બરાબર? સમજો. 25%. That is 25,000 less by 20%. 20% less means 5,000 less. So its value is 20,000. So out of 25 and 20, which is less?
22.
Then 50% stock. 50% of 1 lakh, that is 50,000, is valued at 80%. So its value is 40. So which is less? 40. Then 10%, that is 10,000, is valued at 20% more. So that is 12. So value is 10,000, which is less. And remaining stock means 25%, 50%, 10%. So remaining 15% will need repairs of 1,000. So repairing expense will be subtracted. So add this 20,000, 40,000, 10,000 and 14,000. What is the value? 84,000. So value of closing stock is 84,000. Now, try to understand. Unrecorded purchase, unrecorded sales, unrecorded purchase return, unrecorded sales return. Purchase, whenever we are purchasing goods on credit, the person from whom we are purchasing goods, they are called creditors or suppliers. So whenever in adjustment it is said that goods worth rupees 1,000 purchased are unrecorded, or unrecorded purchase is worth rupees 1,000. So first effect will be on the debit side of trading account, we will add to purchase, and second effect on the liability side of creditor, we will add to creditor. Purchase plus unrecorded purchase. Creditors or suppliers. Second effect will be added to creditors. Then unrecorded purchase return. Basically purchase return will be subtracted from purchase. So unrecorded purchase return will be subtracted from purchase. And if it is subtracted from purchase, it will be subtracted from creditors as well. Okay? Clear? So either on the opposite side or either on the same side but minus. See, here we have added, so effect on the same side. Here we have subtracted. So here also we have subtracted. Subtracting on liability side equivalent to adding on asset side. Then wrongly recorded purchase. Purchase which should not have been recorded, but we have wrongly recorded. So it will be subtracted from purchase, and second effect, it will be subtracted from creditors. Then wrongly recorded purchase return. Purchase return basically subtracted, but whenever wrongly recorded means we have subtracted excess amount, so it will be added back to purchase. Clear? Unrecorded purchase return, wrongly recorded purchase return. So first effect of unrecorded purchase will be added on the debit side of trading account to purchase. Second effect will be added to creditors on liability side. Unrecorded purchase return, first effect to be subtracted from purchase on debit side of trading account. Second effect it will be subtracted from creditors on liability side. Wrongly recorded purchase will be subtracted from purchase on the debit side of trading account. Second effect will be subtracted from creditors on liability side. A wrongly recorded purchase return will be added to purchase on debit side of trading account, and same will be added to creditors on liability side. Same for sales. Sales is related to debtors or customer. The person to whom we have sold goods on credit are our debtors or customers. So, unrecorded sales. First effect will be added to respective amount of sales on the credit side of trading account. Since it is added, it will be having second effect on the asset side of balance sheet, will be added to debtors. Then unrecorded sales return will be subtracted from sales, and same will be subtracted from debtors. Unrecorded sales return. Then wrongly recorded sales will be subtracted from sales, and same will be subtracted from debtors. Wrongly recorded sales return will be added to sales as well as added to debtors. ક્લિયર? પડી ખબર કે નહીં?
Yes, sir.
ઓકે ચાલો ચલો હા ના થાય ક્યારેય ના થાય અને તો ટ્રેડિંગ અકાઉન્ટ ને પીએનએલ માં ના સારું ચલો મને કહેજો હો ટ્રાયલ બેલેન્સ માં પરચેસ આપ્યું છે 10 લાખ ઓકે ટ્રાયલ બેલેન્સ માં ક્રેડિટર્સ આપ્યા છે 1 લાખ હવે એડજસ્ટમેન્ટ માં એવું કીધું છે અનરેકોર્ડેડ પરચેસ 10000 તો પરચેસ ની અમાઉન્ટ કેટલી અને ક્રેડિટર્સ ની અમાઉન્ટ કેટલી
ક્રેડિટર્સ ની amount 1 lakh અને purchase ની account 10 lakh.
હા અને એડજસ્ટમેન્ટ માં એવું કીધું છે અનરેકોર્ડેડ પરચેસ 10000
purchase ની account 10 lakh 10,000 થશે.
હા
અને creditors ની 1 lakh 10,000.
yes so on the debit side of trading account purchase inner side 10 lakh plus unrecorded purchase 10000 so final figure will be 10 lakh 10000 on liability side creditors inner column 1 lakh plus unrecorded purchase 1 lakh अरे 10000 so final answer will be 1 lakh 10000 બરાબર પછી સેલ્સ આપ્યું છે 20 લાખ ટ્રાયલ બેલેન્સ માં બરાબર છે અને એવું કીધું છે wrongly recorded sales return 5000 તો શું કરવાનું
20 lakh 5,000.
હા અને ડેટર્સ માં ડેટર્સ છે 2 લાખ
2 lakh 5,000.
2 લાખ 5
अगर जो ट्रेडिंग में आप्યું હોય તો ડાયરેક્ટલી બેલેન્સ શીટ
હા આઉટસ્ટેન્ડિંગ વેજીસ છે હવે તમારે એ ડિસાઈડ કરવું પડે કે which item appear in which account એના માટે યાદ રાખવું પડશે બધું એટલે યાદ રહી જશે આજે મારી પાસે એક મસ્ત ટેકનિક છે હું તમને હમણાં આપું જ છું એ ટેકનિક બતાવું છું એટલે તમને એકદમ એ ના એનાથી બી યાદ ના રહે ને તો એનાથી બી એક ઈઝી ટેકનિક છે એ કાલે કહેજો કદાચ યાદ ના રહે एकदम मास्टर ट्रिक बताओ एकदम इट्स लाइक अ बटर इजीली हाँ तो 5 वखत में याद ना रहे काले कह दो तो આપણે 10 વખત લખવાનું પણ યાદ તો રહી જ જશે ડોન્ટ વરી એકદમ ઈઝી
Sir,
ટેકનિક હે શું કહે છે
sanity.
આ યાદ રહી જાય ને એની ટ્રિક અને યાદ નથી રહેતું કે પીએલ માં શું આવે ટ્રેડિંગ માં શું આવે બેલેન્સ શીટ માં શું આવે
આપણા ગ્રુપમાં આવશે ટ્રીક.
હા એ હું ટ્રિક હમણાં શેર કરું છું ડોન્ટ વરી બોલો આજે કરાવ્યું એમાં કોઈ ડાઉટ કોઈ કન્ફ્યુઝન કોઈ ક્વેરી હજી તો આપણે એડજસ્ટમેન્ટ બહુ બાકી છે ડોન્ટ વરી હું એક એક એડજસ્ટમેન્ટ ડિટેલમાં કરાવીશ પછી જ આપણે સમ સ્ટાર્ટ કરીશું આ એડજસ્ટમેન્ટ જે કરાય એમાં ખબર પડી ગઈ બધી કે નહીં
Yes, sir.
બોલો એની ડાઉટ કન્ફર્મ I will ask tomorrow
હા
હા તમારે મને આન્સર આપવો પડશે
Sir, homework આપવાનું ના
હાસ તો homework તો આપવું જ પડે ને
હું આવી જશે બધું.
જો આ જેટલા બી પેલા ફોર્મેટ મેં સમજાયા ને બધા તમને ટેક્સ્ટ બુક માં ટ્રેડિંગ અકાઉન્ટ પીએનએલ અપ્રો અકાઉન્ટ કરંટ અકાઉન્ટ બેલેન્સ શીટ હે ને
Yes, sir.
આ એ બધા 5 ટાઈમ્સ લખવાના પ્લસ
Okay, sir.
જો પછી છે ને તમારા ટેક્સ્ટ બુક માં એ તો હું બધું નંબર સાથે મોકલું જ છું સ્ટીલ નંબર જો આ એડજસ્ટમેન્ટ છે એમાંથી આપણે કયા કયા એડજસ્ટમેન્ટ કર્યા એક જો ફર્સ્ટ બરાબર, પછી સેકન્ડ, થર્ડ, ફોર્થ, ફિફ્થ, પછી 10, 11, 12, 13, બરાબર. એ એડજસ્ટમેન્ટ છે ને એમાં તમારે એન્ટ્રી નહીં, ઇફેક્ટ. એટલે સપોઝ આ જે છે ને, જો જેમ કે ક્લોઝિંગ સ્ટોક, તો એની બે ઇફેક્ટ શું આવે? અસેટ સાઇડ ઓફ બેલેન્સ શીટ, ક્રેડિટ સાઇડ ઓફ ટ્રેડિંગ અકાઉન્ટ. એટલે એડજસ્ટમેન્ટ લખવાનું અને સામે એની ઇફેક્ટ 5 ટાઈમ્સ. બરાબર, બધું મારે કાલે એકદમ બાય હાર્ટ જોઈએ. હું કાલે એમ પૂછું ને કે વેજીસ, એટલે ફટ લઈને આન્સર આવો જોઈએ કે ડેબિટ સાઇડ ઓફ ટ્રેડિંગ અકાઉન્ટ. હું એમ પૂછું ગુડવિલ, એટલે સીધો આન્સર આવો જોઈએ કે અસેટ સાઇડ. બરાબર, વિધાઉટ બ્લિંક ઓફ આઈ યુ મસ્ટ બી એબલ ટુ રિમેમ્બર કઈ વસ્તુ ક્યાં આવે. એ કઈ વસ્તુ ક્યાં આવે એ આવડી ગયું તો પછી કોઈ પ્રોબ્લેમ જ નથી. બરાબર, ઓકે. બોલો, કોઈ ડાઉટ છે? કઈ ઓછું હોય મારા તરફથી તો કહી દેજો. આ પેલા તારે બાકી જશે. તો ફરી યાદ છે? જો હું કાલે પૂછું, જો રોંગ પડે તો 10 વાર લખવાનું. હું નહીં આપતો આજે. બોલો, તમે એમ કોઈ 11 માં લખ્યું હતું અમે, હું કઈ બી ઉઠાઈને પૂછું કાલે, સેટ બી તત ફપ કર્યા વગર આન્સર આપી દેવાનો ફટાઈને કે ક્યાં આવે. બોલો, ને તો પછી 10 વાર બધું. કાલે તો
સર 3 ટાઈમ રાખો ને સર,
હે
3 ટાઈમ્સ.
3 ટાઈમ.
તો ઉપરના 3 ટાઈમ લખો ને આ તો લખી દઈએ.
સારું, પેલા ફોર્મેટ 3 ટાઈમ લખજો, એડજસ્ટમેન્ટ ની ઇફેક્ટ 5 ટાઈમ લખજો. બરાબર, ઓકે. એડજસ્ટમેન્ટ તો લખવું જ પડશે. તો બોલે થોડી હે ને કે બધું 5 ટાઈમ્સ, કન્ફ્યુઝન ના થાય એના માટે. કન્ફ્યુઝન નહીં થાય ને. ફોર્મેટ 3 ટાઈમ્સ, એડજસ્ટમેન્ટ 5 ટાઈમ્સ, કે ફોર્મેટ 5 ટાઈમ્સ, એડજસ્ટમેન્ટ 3 ટાઈમ્સ, કે બધું 5 ટાઈમ્સ. કોઈ કન્ફ્યુઝન જ નહીં, યુનિફોર્મ એકદમ કે 5 ટાઈમ્સ. બોલો, કોઈ બોલતું નથી. મને લાગે બધાને 5 ટાઈમ્સ જ લખવું સારું છે. કોકને ઓછું આવ્યું લાગે. સારું સારું, વાંધો નહીં. ફોર્મેટ 3 ટાઈમ્સ લખજો અને એડજસ્ટમેન્ટ ની ઇફેક્ટ 5 ટાઈમ્સ. એટલે કઈ રીતના લખવાનું? જો તમારે એડજસ્ટમેન્ટ બહુ સિમ્પલ છે, આમાં કઈ ગભરા જેવું નથી. જો આમ લખવાનું કે ભાઈ આ ક્લોઝિંગ સ્ટોક, એની ઇફેક્ટ, ઓકે, ક્રેડિટ સાઇડ ઓફ ટ્રેડિંગ અકાઉન્ટ, અસેટ સાઇડ ઓફ બેલેન્સ શીટ. આ જ વસ્તુ તમારે 5 ટાઈમ્સ લખવાનું. સિમ્પલ, બીજું કઈ નહીં. બરાબર, ક્લિયર?
સર એડજસ્ટમેન્ટ કેટલા છે સર?
હું લખીને મોકલું છું કયા કયા એડજસ્ટમેન્ટ છે. 1 2 3 4 મેં જે સમજાયા છે. 1 2 3 4 5 અને 10 11 12 13. બરાબર, બાકી હજી જેમ તેમ સમજાય છે આપીશ. ઓકે, ક્લિયર?
યસ સર.
વેરી ગુડ, સો નાઇસ ઓફ યુ. તારે નથી લખવાનું હો. હા, તારે નથી આ.
એટલે આ ક્યાં?
એની તો વધારે પણ હાલત ખરાબ છે. 3 બુક છે. સારું, તો see you tomorrow. Enjoy final accounts. Bye.
બાય સર.
સમજણ તો પડી ને કે ડાઉટ છે કોઈ? આજે જે એક્સપ્લેન કર્યું એમાં કોઈ ડાઉટ નથી ને?
નો સર.
ઓકે, ચલો ઠીક છે, બાય. હા, 18 times. કેટલા વખત થી આમ એ થયું નથી એટલે પછી તારો નંબર વોટ્સઅપ નો અને તારો ઈમેલ આઈડી આપી દો મને, એટલે આ બધું મોકલી દઉં ને, આનો વિડીયો, પીડીએફ પછી મોકલો, પછી મોકલજે. નંબર લખી લે, 98240. બંધ કરી દે એસી હવે, ઠંડી નહીં લાગતી તને? 42273.